Hello everyone, this is Saurabh and today we will go over one of the main concepts of exception handling in C Sharp. We'll be making use of a test average program to show how the exceptions are handled in C Sharp. So what an exception is an unexpected error that happens while a program is running, and if an execution is not handled by the program will abruptly halt. So let us make use of the test average program to see how exception handling is done in C Sharp. The test average program make use of three text boxes in which we have to enter the test scores for three different tests, and a numeric value is expected in these text boxes. So when we click on this calculate average button, an average of these three test scores will be calculated and it will be shown over here. So let's double click on the calculate average button. Over here, as you can see, the code is already written. We are taking the scores in three variables, test 1, 2 and 3, and we will be getting the average in this variable, the average variable. So over here, whatever is given in the text boxes is parsed and is converted to a double value and is then assigned to these variables. And then an average is calculated using a simple maths. We are adding these three test scores and dividing it by 3, and whatever we are getting an average, it is being displayed in the average label. So let's try to run this program. When I run this program and I enter three values, maybe 100, 90 and a 95, and do calculate average, so correct average test score is calculated. But what will happen if by mistake somebody enters a value which is not numeric, maybe like this, and do a calculate average? As you can see, the program has halted abruptly. It shows that there is an error in your code and it gives you an exception. So this is called the break mode in C Sharp. This is what happens when there is an exception and it is not handled properly. This is when an exception handling would come into picture. So C Sharp, like most modern programming languages, allows you to write code that responds to exceptions when they are thrown, and it prevents the program from abruptly crashing. Such code is called an exception handler and it is written with the try catch statement. Although there are several ways to write a try catch, the most common one is like this. So we'll be putting a try block over here, enter, and putting all of this code into a try block. So this is a try block. So and any error that comes over here, it would go to a catch block. A catch block would be catch and an exception ex, and inside this exception we can make use of a message box to show what the error is. So we can do a message dot show, message box dot show, and ex dot the message. So whenever there is an error in this try block, the program will halt over there, and no more execution would take place, no more statements would be executed after that particular code, and the control would go directly to the catch block and the error would be shown in a message box. So this is how try catch block is used for exception handling in C Sharp. So let's stop the program and try to run it again. Now if I give any values which are not numeric like this one and do a calculate average, a message box would come up and it will show you a relevant error of what the error is in your program. You can also use your own messages over here. Over here I have done an ex.message. It will show a default message, but if you want to give more customized messages, you can always put in a text over here like enter a numerical value in test text boxes, and then we can run it. And whenever we are putting in a non-numerical value in the test text box, it will show us the customized error that we have put in the code. It is always a good practice to make use of the try catch block, and it is expected from you that you put a try catch block in every code you write, because you never know when you will be encountering a problem and your program could crash abruptly.